Hello everyone, good evening. This is Srikanth Rajan and welcome back to Market Pulse, the second episode. Well, like we decided, we will have the live at 7 p.m. and let us try this new format. I hope all of you can see this and hear. I'm sure I'm audible also clear. Great. You can also use the chat box for any questions that you may have, and of course we will have our official discussion in Google Meet just after this. Okay, so as we look at the market last week, we had a very short week with two holidays other than Saturday and Sunday. So that was just 3 days of trading in the market. And one thing that really good that happened was, of course, the RBI rate hike. So we'll talk about that. Before that, if you look at the market was on a continuous, rising direction. It was trying to recover from last week onwards. So we could see that same trend continuing on Monday, then Tuesday was a holiday, then Wednesday also the market started moving up. And Thursday was, of course, the RBI monetary policy meeting outcome which was coming out. In fact, on Wednesday itself, I think some of us spoke and I had told that there were rumors that RBI might even keep the interest rate at bay and they may not actually increase it further. But just as we expected, as per the rumor, market did see that reaction. Exactly at 10 o'clock, you should actually, I'm sure most of you would have watched the stock market. Exactly at 10 o'clock when the monetary policy details came and the announcement actually came in that, the RBI is not increasing the rate this time. Well, let me tell that. So basically, RBI has only told that they have not increased the rate this time. Does not mean this is the end of rate hikes. Okay, so basically after the banking crisis that has hit the US market after inflation and rates going up, so probably RBI didn't want to take a chance, and we know that Indian market is not in that bad a condition, like the US market. So probably RBI has taken this accommodative stance and kept the interest rate unchanged for this time. But then the RBI governor Shaktikant Das actually told that this does not mean this is going to be a norm, and if at all the data suggests that inflation is still going up, there are chances that they will go for a rate hike in the next monetary policy meeting. So that was something kind of taken as a very big positive, and we could see the entire banking sector kind of trying to recover. SBI was seen recovering big. HDFC Twins also recovered well, and we could see the Indian market also right from the 10 a.m. candle, I would say, the market actually went up. So it was on Thursday, of course, and after that we had a holiday on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So because of the long weekend, probably we could see some sell-off on Friday. So it was kind of expected, and being a long weekend, I don't want to take any trading positions also. We have not taken that in Gold Club, but of course, the last 3 days was globally also holiday, so that's not an issue. And market has been kind of stabilizing, I would say. But if you look at what happened, over the weekend, one important thing is the US markets have continued to be positive, and throughout the week, if you see, though US market has closed slightly negative, but it was also seen on the path to recovery. Now, one important thing that was last week that we need to focus in the US is the jobs data that came actually showed that the jobs were much lesser compared to expectation. So now this has actually triggered a fear kind of for a US market that recession might actually be kicking in. But then, interest rates also may not go up, could be an expectation. But with all these things, it was indeed a surprise factor that Indian market did not go for a rate hike in spite of the US market going for a 0.25% rate hike. So along with that, there was a surprise that was in Australia. I think they have actually increased the interest rates by 0.5% in spite of all these issues across the globe. So these were things which are kind of concerned. But then one good thing that happened in India last week should be mentioned. That is nothing but FII buying interest. Though if you see in the entire week, FIIs have been net buyers and DIIs have been net sellers. So of course they have been buying for all these months. So probably they thought of booking some profit, and Nifty right now is very close to 17,600. So this is the situation right now. So if you look at the, on Friday after Indian markets closed, US markets closed up by, Nasdaq was up by 0.76%, S&P 500 up by 0.36%, and Dow Jones was up by flat, I would say 0.01%. So this was the situation right in US. But something interesting that I should say is SGX Nifty. Since US market again closed in positive on Thursday, SGX Nifty has gone up and is right now above 17,700. So that means we could expect a gap up opening tomorrow. So that is something good. In fact, a lot of positivity is coming around market. But then one important thing to note this week is we also have major results coming in. Yes, Infosys, TCS, and other major results coming in, SDFC. So with all these major results coming in, there would be major focus on Indian results. Apart from that, US also, if you see JP Morgan, Citigroup, all these important bank results are also coming in the US. So they would be in major focus because US markets are expected to be really volatile this week, because as these banking results are going to come, they can actually change the direction of the market instantly. So this could be a big volatile market, I would say. And coming to India, I don't see much volatility just because of Indian market, but we might see gap up and gap down opening because of US market. But Indian markets look more stable. IT sector, the general discussion is that IT sector may not post a very big profit this quarter, so they might see a kind of toned down quarter for now. Similarly, FMCG also would see a similar effect. So people are not kind of expecting the regular thrill of the March financial year ending quarter. That kind of thrill may not be seen is what people expect. But however, we cannot expect anything about result. These are just expectations. Finally, what actually comes on the market is what can decide the direction of market. So this week onwards, as the result season have started, we would be focusing on daily results that would be coming up, which of course I'll be discussing in the daily podcast. But apart from that, markets can take any direction based on the results coming from results. So now, of course, the major results, like I told you, on the IT biggies like Infosys and TCS will set the path for other mid-cap and small-cap IT sector. Similarly, HDFC Bank results can actually kind of set the tone for the banking sector in India. So with all this, the market is probably looking to get some direction soon, is what I feel for now. Now, apart from that, this week there is also important data coming in. By the way, I forgot to tell you this. So when the RBI actually decided not to increase the rate hike, they have also gone ahead and given the prediction for the next year. That is for FY24. What they are planning, they are saying is the inflation is going to come down within 5.5%, and similarly, the GDP expectation has been increased from the earlier expectation of 6.4%. Now they're expecting about 6.5%. So a rise in GDP. So that's something really good. So all these things together is actually fueling the market right now. Now, FIIs, if you look at, they want a stable market. So at this point of time, probably since Indian government is the first government across the world which has actually decided not to increase rate hike, they might have felt that probably India is going to see some stability in the market, and this is why probably they are on the buying spree right now. However, this can be confirmed only after seeing what is going to happen this week. However, the next 2 weeks, this week and the next week, is going to be a shorter week again, a long weekend. In fact, Friday is a holiday, and hence it is going to be a long weekend this week also. And similarly, next Friday is also a holiday, so that also is going to be a long weekend. So both these weeks would be just 4 days of trading session. So based on that, the market are going to be little volatile. So at this point of time, since we have a lot of results also coming over the weekend, I would not be holding any trading positions on the weekend. So that's what I've done this week also, and next week also would be the same, because there would be some result that comes on the holidays, and if we are having any trading position, that is going to kind of take away our complete sleep. So why waste our weekend sleep? Instead, it's better we don't take any positions and just wait for it. So these are few things to be focused for next week. So like I told you, the important part would be the important results at India, second in the US, and also we have some important data which is coming up, like the industrial production data and service data, which is going to come as the new month starts. So all these data would be in focus for now. So my plan for now is that we would be continuing to do SIP mode of investment to stocks right now, any dip seen in the market would be an opportunity to add some good stocks. So that is what is my plan. And one good thing that I'm happy about is the investment that we have already done in the last few weeks has actually kind of recovered well. Most of the stocks have recovered well. Infosys is one stock which has kind of recovered really. It is though has not had a bad movement, the big movement, but it has at least stopped falling, and now it looks like it is stabilized and starting to reverse. Reliance is another stock which was continuously falling, which is again stabilized and looks like it is going to reverse now. And with all the new, news that is coming in from the Reliance sector, that is one, the Geo Financial is going to come up with a new IPO. Then they're also, expanding on the 5G sector. So with all these things, Reliance has been upgraded by many research companies, which says that Reliance can see almost a 33% run from here. So that sounds good. If Reliance is going to make movements, then index itself is going to move. So with all this, one more important thing that we need to look at is right now in the last 1 week, whatever movement has happened in the index was majorly powered only by the Nifty 50 stocks, and that to the top 10 stocks. So which indicates that FIA buying is now intense. See, FIAs, whenever they buy, they generally buy onto the Nifty 50 stocks, and HDFC, Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech. So all these are, FIA favorite stocks. So these are stocks which have actually gone up. But if you actually look at the mid cap and the small cap sector, they have not performed yet. Yes. So if you see those members who are actually holding more of mid cap and small cap, their portfolio will still not be looking great as of now, because mid cap and small cap has still not recovered much. But then it is the large cap, and in the large cap, the top 10 companies which has actually recovered well. So this shows more of a market movement upwards only because of the FIA buying. So now this is something that we have to wait for, that is a retail buying. So now the retail buying also has to kick in, and the DII buying also has to kick in. So with all this, probably we can see some more positivity. However, the fall seems to be limited unless any new surprises are thrown out onto the market. Of course, last week there are some scare of the COVID cases increasing in India, which also kind of is of concern. But then, like I've told you earlier, market generally doesn't fall twice for the same reason. So now COVID has been kind of factored into the market. Inflation has been factored in. But with all this, the only major problem that I see for right now is the Russia, Saudi and China pact. Well, I cannot say that officially, but then, it looks like they are kind of creating artificial scarcity of fuel or energy, I would say, for crude oil for that matter, which is kind of not great for the Indian market. That is the only point of concern for me right now, because if the crude oil production is being cut like this, the prices are going to go up. In fact, if you see last week also, crude prices have gone up by almost 10%, which is not good for a crude importing country like us, India. So will that again cause some tantrums in India? That is something that we need to watch out for. That is only negative I see right now. Apart from that, the companies which are going to come out with results, they might come, I don't think they'll come with bad results, but of course the results will not be great to talk about. But then, like I've told you, this is an opportunity to invest into good stocks with SIP mode. That would actually return benefits as the market try to recover. But then, with inflation actually going up, will US get into trouble again? Will India get into trouble again? Is all these things that has to be seen. So major focus would be also on the inflation data that's coming up this week. So for the US, CPI data would be coming. So that's also something which will be on focus. So with all this, markets are going to be volatile, continuing to be volatile for now. That is the expectation. So for an investor, I would say just go on SIP mode. That's something very important for a trader. Take very safe positions, because market volatility is here to stay for some more time. So that's it for now. I think we've covered most of them. Great. Is there any background sound? I'm not sure. By the way, if you have any questions, you can post it on the chat box. We can take that up. Otherwise, we can also take for MPA members. We can also discuss that in the Google Meet that we switch back from here. So I don't see any other questions. So I think it's time we go back to the MPI family meeting. Goodbye. Wishing you all a great week ahead. So we are going to have 2 more long weekends. So enjoy your long weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's catch up for the weekly meet on the next Sunday. So members, let's get MPM family members, do get back to the Google Meet. I'm joining there. Goodbye. Have a great week ahead.